in that picture behind them when they were there. We also have Helene and Isaac.
This is just now coming across.
Moving westward toward the general vicinity of this sort of South Atlantic. Those do not look like they will probably move this way, but way too early to tell. We certainly have a storm that is immediately of concern because there is no doubt at all that it's going to head toward the U.S. coastline and get very close. And there's probably a 95 to 99% chance it eventually makes landfall. And that is Florence, 140 mile per hour sustained winds. Just a few hours ago, it was gusts to 140 and sustained at 130. Now we have 165 for the gusts and is expected to gradually work its way as a relatively similar size storm, maybe even a tiny bit higher, before it then makes landfall here across areas most likely of North Carolina or northern South Carolina. From around halfway between Myrtle Beach and Charleston is roughly the Georgetown area of South Carolina. So from Georgetown up to about Hatteras is where it's most likely to make landfall. And then even like the Euro model is famous for being the most accurate with storms, it has moved considerably east with its latest projection. Instead of eastern Tennessee, it says it ends up about where they have the current projection for Saturday afternoon, and that would be over around the Danville area. So that will bring more effects to us than what the Euro showed just 12 hours ago. So here it is, all the different spaghetti models, and you can see why once it makes landfall, it's still going to take us a little while to figure out exactly where it's going. And East Coast landfall, as I said, extremely likely as a major hurricane. Exactly where that happens, still not clear, but heavy, prolonged, life-threatening rain is likely in some spots after landfall. How much rain? Well, according to the American model, you can see we're going to run roughly a foot of rain or more here in our area. That would cause a lot more flooding even than Matthew in terms of the freshwater flooding, never mind the fact that we'd have even higher tidal flooding. And then this is the European model saying we only get 4, 5 inches, 6 inches of rain immediate area, and then amounts go up almost to double digits by the time you hit out there near I-95 and I-85. So we'll just have to see exactly where this is going. We'll talk more about the impacts coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, the race is on to do everything possible to ease the impacts of the storm.
In Hampton, that means clearing out the storm drains now before the rain starts.
13 News Now reporter Nico Clemens got to ride along with Public Works.
It's the calm before the storm.
Well, the rains from this weekend flooded our parking area. And
This is the 5:30 update I told you guys about.
Here at the Luzone Civic and Social Club on NASA Drive,
They're saying we could get about a foot of rain.
Says they're preparing too. He says Hurricane Matthew hit their club hard in 2016.
You guys just coming in, this is the 5:30 update.
Here flooded our entire first floor.
Wilson says they rebounded, but now they're working to make sure they don't run into the same problems.
We're sandbagging and we're putting down plastic in certain areas.
Public Works crews in Hampton are already out cleaning ditches and stormwater drains.
But once it became clear that it was going to have some type of impact in this area, that's when we began going out.
So when we get all that rain later this week, if crews don't pick up the debris and trash and tree limbs from these ditches, all this water is not going to go to where it needs to go.
We're not trying to make them pretty, but we want to make sure that water can flow, because that's the most important.
They need to clean out the gutters in my neighborhood.
Gaskin says crews started clearing ditches towards the end of last week. He says right now they have nearly 200 people.
They've already closed schools
Gaskins is also taking
for
this time to remind people
half day on Wednesday
zones. It allows people to know when
and
to
on
evacuate
Thursday and
from where they
Friday.
live.
Preparation is key.
Wilson says they're preparing for the worst,
I'm hoping that it won't do as bad as Matthew did to our building here.
but hoping for the best. In Hampton, Nico Clemens, 13 News Now.
Right now, you can let us know your biggest concern as the hurricane approaches. Log on to 13newsnow.com/vote and join our live poll. Today, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper called for people to take this storm seriously.
Get ready now. Today, I've asked the President for a disaster declaration on behalf of North Carolina so that we can get federal help as soon as possible.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut.
Governor
Wow.
Cooper says people need to stay mindful of storm surge, strong winds, and flooding from the heavy rain.
All right, let's continue our team coverage of the hurricane threat. While families are getting ready for the storm, the government is as well.
Just about an hour ago, the Coast Guard discussed how its crews are preparing and what boaters need to know before the storm.
13
I'm gonna turn it down here.
Joins us live from the Coast Guard station in Portsmouth.
All right, guys. I've got to find a place to get gasoline. We got 6 stations here in Virginia Beach area without of gas. Nobody out in this area has water, so I got to go find at least 2 more gallons of water. God bless. Be safe. Have a good one. I'll get back with this tonight.
Coast Guard assets are being taken out of the water. It says